Hi friends, good evening. I'm busy here working with my team. We are very excited today. We have expanded more in Namibia, and I find some of my team's members, they have some challenges which I felt that these challenges are not only their challenges, they are challenges to many of us. When we are doing network marketing, we have a lot of pressures that will give us challenges that will take us even to depression and anxiety, many things. And I thought that let me just have something to share around the areas of fear, of anxiety, of depression, of discouragement, and of dreams that are no more there, of destinies that are shattered. And we have a lot of excuses. We have a lot of people that we point to that these are the people that made us not to reach our dreams. The first thing that we need to do, we need to own up everything. Own up. Let's forget that any of the people around us ever existed for us to fail. We need to own up, and after owning up, there is a few things that I want to share with you, which I believe that they are going to help you immediately after listening to this motivation. In the motivation circles as well as in the pulpits, in the past 25 years, I have been known for this. If your identity is incomplete, so is your destiny. I am one of the people who have wrestled with my destiny for as long as I remember. I have fought, I have hoped, my hopes were high, and as I grew up, my hopes were growing dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. When I was a child, I had 10,000 heroes. I had, in my plays and my cries, I would role play every dream. I knew that I want to be this thing. Yes, well, doesn't matter. This day I wanted to be Batman. That day I knew that I can be Superman. That day, but the beautiful thing is that in the multitude of those dreams, those destinies, 1,000, heroes, at least you had many things that you knew that you can become anything. That's the positive thing about it. But as I grew up, the 1,000 possibilities that I could become, they narrowed down. As I grew up, this is me together with many of us. Instead of having 1,000 heroes, 1,000 mentors, 1,000 role models, I started having one role model, and I did not see it coming until it was here. As we grow up, we get married, we have children. Your role model is your neighbor. Not that you like his success, but you envy his success. Imagine now that you have moved from 10,000 heroes to one hero, which you are hoping that one day you are going to beat him up. Now, all your dreams, they narrow down. Remember, children have got two things that are very important. Things that God designed them to keep their dreams alive. These two things are called playing and crying. Every time children play, they do not play at random. Their plays are organized. Their plays are designed to keep them healthy. Their plays are designed to make them heal. When children play, they are playing a role. It can be of a father, a role of a mother, a role of a driver, a role of a pilot, a role of a Superman, whatever role. But the beautiful thing about playing is that they are playing towards their dream. Whether you say their dream is silly or what, but they are playing towards their dream. Now, that's the most spiritual thing that you can ever do as a person. That now, even when they cry towards their dream. They cry towards they want, to what they believe that they can get. Let me tell you something about a child. A child can fall 1,000 times. Now, falling 1,000 times means failing 1,000 times, but the child will rise up believing that he will eventually walk. She will eventually achieve the dream. Now, an adult today failed 1,000 times. After that, he does not want to hear any more about that. Now, who is emotionally strong between these two? The one that falls and cries and play, or the one that is just bottling everything, envying other people? And the one who is emotionally strong is that child, because she cries out, she plays out towards the destiny, crying towards the destiny, playing towards the destiny. Now, that means that the child has got a multiple streams of possibilities, that I can become this, I can become that, I can become that. The hopes of a child, they are at a high level. The faith is at a high level because inside he is filled with dreams. Now, when we grow up, we move from 1,000 dreams to one dream. And our unfortunate dream is a dream of envy. It's a dream that is not mandated by God, a dream of overtaking my neighbor. Our unfortunate thing is that our dream is a dream of what shall my children eat, what will they wear? As we grow up, during the day as our children are playing, we are sitting down and working. They are playing towards their dream. We are working towards the ceiling. We know that this is the ceiling. There is no more raise. There will be retrenchment. We have this one thing that we are focused on, and the children have got 1,000 things that they are focused on. Can I remind you something? Our parents, they had 7 streams of income. They had the first stream, it was the cows. The second stream was the sheep. The third stream was the chicken. The fourth stream was the orchard. The fifth one was the vegetable garden. And the sixth one was the shearing of the fur from the sheep. The seventh one was the selling of skins, leather and all that. Now they had various income, multiple streams of income, which means that their hopes, they knew that if this fails, this will make it, that will make it. They did not have one thing. Today, we only have one thing. I'm an engineer. That's all we have. And this is all I have. If this thing fails, I'm done. And that's how it goes with our politics. That's how our business is. But the children, they have got multiple streams of income, multiple streams of hope. They can become anything. Is that not why Jesus Christ says, if you can come to me as the little children, if you can come to the kingdom as the little children? Because that is why you find children, they play all day long, playing towards their dream. But when they come back home, they still play. You and me are sitting all day long because we are hitting against the rock. And when we come home, we are tired. But children are still playing. Now, let me tell you something. Whenever your hopes are high, the fire of that destiny is bright. Now, the health also is beginning to align with that. Because when there is no more dreams, when I'm no longer running fast towards my dream, let me tell you something. The body and the mind, they are divided. There is no longer a vision, but there is division. I used to be at ease, but now I'm no longer at ease, but I've got diseases. Now, when those two things, the diseases and the division are coming, we produce sickness. In our sickness, mainly driven by fear, we have anxiety and we have depression. Anxiety and depression, I always say, they are the sickness of the hard workers. They are the sickness of people who are working very hard, who had high hopes, but now those hopes are shattered. The problem with that is You are angry towards yourself, and there's no one to witness that anger. You're demanding much from yourself, and there's no one to mitigate. There is no one to be an advocate. There is no one to come in between. Now, the more you do harm towards yourself with no one to say no, that goes towards depression. Now, let me say this thing to you again. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, "For I know the thoughts that I have towards you. These are the thoughts to build you and not to destroy you." For you to continue to have a hope. Let me just put it here on the screen so that I can see it. Let me put it here. It's Jeremiah 29. Okay. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Right. Now, why am I saying this thing? We have this one thing that we are locked into, and we say this is what we have, but God says, "I know the plans I have for you, the plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Now, children are full of their hope and the future. This is what God wants for us. He wants us to be full of their hope and the future. Let me tell you this. If children can play towards their dream, we can also pray towards our dream. Because when a child is playing and crying, that is the prayer of a child towards his dream, towards her dreams. We can also dream again. I am reminded that Colonel Sanders, at the age of 66, he founded Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm also reminded that Ray Kroc, at the age of 52, he founded McDonald's. Today, McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken, they are a testimony that we can dream no matter what happens. We can always dream. Let me check this Colonel Sanders, something about Colonel Sanders that is very interesting. I understand that Colonel Sanders, from the age of 22, he was trying this, trying that, all the way until the age of 66. There were a lot of things that he tried, and most of these things, they failed. But he never gave up on himself. A lot of these things, they failed. He never gave up on himself. And you too, I'm saying to you, you can dream again. Now, this is the reason why we are in network marketing today. Some of us, we do have our day job, something that we are doing during the day, whatever it is. That's a job. But at the end of the day, we have our business. We have the other streams of income that we are building. And I'm inviting you to do the same, that you can have multiple streams of income and you can work towards your dream, and you can play and pray and cry towards your dream. This is the hope that I want to give to you today. We can move away from our anxiety. 90% of our anxiety is fear, and this fear, it's a habit. This is a habit, just like anger. It's a habit. It simply means that our emotions have taken over. We are no longer controlling them. There is a habit of our emotions controlling us. Now, my friend, I'm saying to you today, let us dream again. I'm saying to you today, let us have once again, like children, those 1,000 possibilities of what we can become. And God says that He knows the plans that He has for us. And those plans are all plans to prosper us. Those plans are for us to have a hope and the future. Now, I'm saying to you, we can have a hope and a future. I hope this will help to you. And I thought that let me just share this with all my friends in various places, in whatever work that you are doing, whatever team that you are in. Let's do this thing together. Let's go win and let's go sell. Talk to you later. God bless you.